Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to day 9 of the 21-day Success Mindset Challenge. So how are you today? How are you enjoying this challenge so far? We're almost halfway through. So I would love to know, have you had any breakthroughs? Have you had any ahas? I would love to hear your feedback. So if you've got anything to share with me, please do let me know. You can share with my stories, tagging me at Kirsty Kamarauskas on Instagram, or you can leave a review in iTunes as well, just sharing what your ahas are and what you're gaining from doing this 21-day mindset challenge so that others can see it and they can then get the same help and support that you're getting. So today's episode is all about the fact that change and transformation are already happening. It's just you can't see it. So obviously yesterday we spoke a lot about being stuck, the feeling that nothing was moving forward, that you were always in the same situation, that the results don't change, the money doesn't change, the challenges, the problems, the difficulties, the life doesn't seem to change. It feels like you're at a standstill. So today I wanted to take that the next step further. So yesterday we spoke about how you're not stuck, how we are just, when we feel like we're stuck, it's just that we have our focus that is set on the same thing over and over and over again. So we are just perpetuating the same thing over and over again. But because we're energy, because everything is energy, we're always moving, we're always in motion, everything else is always in motion, which is great because we cannot be stuck. So today I want to encourage you to see this in a slightly different way. Today is really building on yesterday's episode. So I would love for you to start seeing the goals that you want, the manifestations, the change in circumstance, the change in conditions, the change in your finances, whatever it is that you want that you're not experiencing right now. I would love for you to start seeing that as already in motion. It's already starting to happen for you. Because when it comes to manifestation, if you ever listen to Abraham Hicks, she has the 3-step process. Step 1, ask. Step 2, it's given. And then step 3 is all about getting into receiver mode, which is basically being in alignment. So her book's even called Ask and It Is Given. So the minute you ask, the minute you decide that you want something else, and we do this through experiencing contrast, through going through the things that we don't like, because inside, as she says, you're setting off new rockets of desire. So we're choosing something else. We're not necessarily choosing to focus on that, but we're choosing something else. We want something different. So just by asking, just by knowing, just by clarifying that we want something different, and it's the same when we set our goals, when we set our intentions for our business, for our income, whatever it is that we want to change, just by setting these intentions and goals, we're already asking. We're asking for something different. We're asking for them. So when Abraham Hicks talks about it is given, what she means is the universe is starting to respond. It immediately starts responding, right? So when you choose something new, you have created it vibrationally. You have created it in the invisible field. It's yours. You've created it in your mind. And now the universe will start responding. So we then need to allow time for things to start materializing, because we are creating in the invisible realm. We're creating through mind, through thought, through energy, through intention. We need to allow that to be responded to. So we need to trust that something is happening whilst we then go on about our day. We have to believe and trust that so long as we get into alignment, that these things are starting to happen for us. There is a time delay. There are such things as instant manifestations, but often the things we're asking for, we have so much resistance to that we're actually blocking them with the amount of resistance. So we have to allow it to unfold to us in the most natural path, in the right way for us, in a way that is in the highest good for everybody, and in the way that's just easiest to unfold and quickest to unfold. And that might be, it might take a little while. It might take some time just because of the resistance. So we need to start trusting that that the wheels are set in motion. It's already in motion. It's not just suddenly going to be there. It might be there, but more likely it's going to take you a bit of time, especially if it's something that you've been looking at for a while. So imagine it's a bit like buying something online. When you buy something online, you get your credit card out, you buy it, you know it's done. You know it's on the way. You don't sit there phoning every 10 minutes to ask if the order's gone through to the warehouse yet, if it's been packed and picked, if it's been wrapped and distributed, if it's in the van, if it's with the postman yet. We don't do that because we understand there's a process, and we allow that process to take place while we just hold the faith that it's going to arrive. And more often than not, it arrives, right? Most of the time it arrives. So we don't sit there second guessing it and doubting that it's going to get there. And it's a bit like when you buy a house as well. Buying a house in the UK, I don't know how long it is for the rest of the world, but it takes months. It typically takes about 3 months. So all that time, we're trusting that the lawyers are doing their things, that everyone that has a part to play in this is doing their things. Yes, we need to chase them up, especially in these situations. But we're also trusting that these things are happening. We know that the house is ours. We're not doubting it because we can't move into it. We're not expecting to move into it right away. We're expecting the process to be the process. And then we hold faith that it's all going to go through without hiccups, without delay, without an issue. And we just have to hold that faith and trust that it's going to work out in our favor. And we do that. So it's the same thing. You have to start, if you want to stop feeling like you're stuck in your business, you have to choose what you want and then understand and believe and have faith that the new beginnings, the change, the transformation is in process. Okay. And start acting with that faith. So it's really about holding this space, being able to hold this space with trust and faith, knowing that you are creating, knowing that you have chosen. We've got to have staying power. We have to have the ability to hold that space, to hold that frequency, to hold that energy, and know that it's going to be working for us, knowing that this is enough. It's a done deal. I'm sure you've heard the analogy so many times, like I've just explained with the order, it's the Amazon Prime. Treat the universe like it's your universe Prime, right? We need to have that trust and faith. And we have to continue to make sure our job is to stay aligned. Our job is to stay open to receive. Our job is to take aligned action. It's not to doubt and check up and chase all the time. So most manifestations don't materialize because we have this inability to stay focused on the goal. We have this inability to stay focused on what it is that we want. We get so caught up looking at what is. We become so impatient, constantly checking the Stripe account. Where's the money? Where's the sales? Where's the payments? Constantly looking at social media posts. Where's the likes? Where's the engagement? Making all sorts of stories, all sorts of meaning about what it means to us, our success, how much we're going to earn that month and our business based on these vanity metrics that we're seeing all over the place. But more than that, we're getting swept into the what isness instead of imagining, visualizing, dreaming, intending, trusting that everything's getting better and better by the day. So all we're doing is perpetuating more of that looking for, more of that it's not happening yet, more of the where is it? And then we just decide it's not happening. It's kind of like we're constantly planting new seeds, these beautiful flowers, rose bushes. We're constantly planting these new seeds, and then we dig them up the next day to see if they've grown yet. Because it's in the invisible, we can't see it yet. It's taking time to grow, like pregnancy, having a baby. It takes 9 months. You can't see it, right? But we have to have trust and faith in the process. We have our checkups to check up, make sure everything's fine. And the rest of the time, we have to rely on trust and faith. knowing that there's a process, knowing that we've done our part, we're doing our part, we're looking after ourselves, we're giving ourselves and our baby what we need. So we're doing our things. And it's the same with our goals. We're planting the seeds, we're nurturing those seeds in our mind, we're getting into alignment, we're taking action in alignment, from alignment. So we're doing the things we need to do. We have to have that trust and faith that it's happening before we can even see it. It cannot materialize in the physical world until it's materialized in the invisible realm. And it can only materialize in the invisible realm if we stay focused on the trust and faith that it is actually happening. Because the minute we take our attention away and make that decision that it's game over, nothing's happening, it didn't work, then the law of assumption is a powerful law. Your wish is my command. It didn't work. That's fine. That's how it is then. Right? So we have to stop pushing against where we are and embrace that new future. Because what keeps you feeling stuck is the pushing away from something, the pushing away because you don't want to have this financial situation. You don't want to have this business situation. You don't want to have the lack of clients, lack of sales, lack of results. You don't want to have these problems and challenges. So we try and overcome them through pushing through them. It's a phrase, isn't it? Just push through it, grind through it. Well, that doesn't help us manifest. That will help us leverage our own energy and hustle and masculine energy to get a job done. That isn't co-creating. That isn't allowing. That isn't quantum leaping. That's incremental results from force and control. And while they have their place, that's not how this will work. We don't want to, every time we're pushing against it, we're acknowledging it's there. We're giving it more focus. We're giving it more emotion. What you resist persists. And it doesn't just persist, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Law of attraction brings you more thoughts and feelings that are aligned to the problem that you're in. It gets more powerful, it grows. Imagine doing that to your goal, to your income goal, to your manifestation that you want, right? That's what we want to be doing. So instead of moving away, instead of pushing away, instead of trying to get away from something, we want to be moving towards. We want to be moving towards a new situation, a new goal, a new vision, a new desire, wanted conditions. What is it you're wanting that's the opposite of where you are right now? And then we need to stay focused on that vision instead of what is, instead of the problems, instead of what you don't want. We need to stay focused on the vision. And by staying focused on the vision, by staying focused on where we want to go, we stop getting obsessed with the road humps that are in the way, the challenges, the problems, the things we don't want. All the time we're staring at the road hump. We can't overcome the road hump because we're just sat at it, staring at it, pointing at it, telling it to move out of the way. But it can't. We need to overcome. We need to ride over these road humps with our eyes on the prize, with our eyes on the vision, with our eyes on the goal, so that we can more effortlessly glide over them instead of stopping every time there's a bump in the road and bringing everything to a grinding halt because it's making us feel stuck. We need to stay focused on that vision, keep moving towards that goal. Whatever happens, business is not, it's not simple, it's not straightforward, it's not easy. If it was, everyone would be doing it. Most people don't. You're one of the few. So with that, we have to be willing to overcome challenges, to overcome problems, because they're going to keep coming. And every new level you get, they get bigger and bigger and different. You're always going to have challenges. Our lessons are here to help us grow, to help us become more. So the more we can stay focused on what we want and where we're going and what we're doing all this for, the easier it is to overcome these road humps. Okay? So just spend a little time today reflecting on where is this true for you? In your business, with your goals, where are you being impatient? Where are you digging up those seeds before they've even had a chance to even sprout, let alone grow into roses? Where are you getting caught up in your road humps? What are your road humps? How is this all showing up for you? Everything that we've talked about today. Awareness is so powerful, and it's the start of any change in any transformation. And when you start noticing things shift, this is so important, This is everything. Create evidence. You want to really be milking it. Milk it for everything that it's worth, because it's all just going to start with the thought. You suddenly notice a thought come into your mind that's different, that's positive, that's empowering, maybe an idea of how to overcome something, or just a creative idea, a moment of inspiration. And then you get a feeling, an emotion. Suddenly you feel good. Notice that. That is the start of your manifestation. It starts with feelings. It starts with thoughts. You're getting into alignment. Notice it, milk it. Do whatever you can to anchor those feelings in, to hold it. You start feeling different. Tell yourself something big's coming, something big's happening to you right now. It's happening, it's happening, it's happening. And then you might see a sign. Milk it, whether it's numbers, whether it's an animal sign, whatever it is, something will happen. And you take that and you make it, give it the meaning you want to give it, which is, this is showing me that everything's in progress, just to trust a little bit more, just to hold a bit more faith. You might manifest a coffee or something else that's small. Notice it, because it is the universe responding to you, to your vibration. Everything's shifting, everything's changing. And this is how you keep the momentum. You build the momentum and allow it to become a snowball effect all the way through to your manifestation. So if you liked what you heard today and you still feel like you're struggling, you still feel like you're a bit stuck, you still feel like you would like some more clarity, then I've got a free masterclass for you that you can go and watch right now. I'll drop the link in the description below in the show notes. And it's called The 3 Crucial Steps When Manifesting Any Business or Income Goal. So it's when you're using law of attraction in your business to hit any goal. Okay, so there's just 3 crucial steps you need to follow. So if you haven't seen it already, I'll drop the link below and you can have a watch of that. You can go watch it straight away and see if that will give you more clarity. It's full of golden nuggets for you. So I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day today. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next episode.